What's going on, good people? I'm often having conversations with the congregations because y'all are what? Woke. And knowing that we are in the middle of an extremely consequential presidential election cycle. Every year is an election cycle and season, but this one is presidential. And knowing how those who are defending white supremacy are spending so much money on misinformation and disinformation, I want to make sure you have some Black facts to get through this week. So one of the things that is being missed in all of this is that Black people are interested in options with the capital O. If I could sing, I would have hit that note. In particular, what our data found is that Black people, the same percentage of Black people, are interested in the Kennedy Jr. campaign and Cornel West campaign, 9% combined, as is the same percentage of Black folks interested in the Donald's campaign. And effectively, the presidential debate committee deciding that only representatives of the two largest parties have the ability to debate stifles an opportunity for those who are alternatives to be able to engage with the populace. It feels like suppression to me. It should feel the same to you. Semicolon, and in spite of that, we should all be clear that Black people understand the assignment and often show up to participate in defending democracy, in spite of the fact that we have justifiable mistrust of the institutions that we often built for free. So don't listen to the media pundits and naysayers who are going to try and lie and share myths that suggest that Black people are apathetic or that we're not voting or that we don't understand our vote power. Our data says that that is not true. An overwhelming majority of Black people, more than 80%, signal a strong vote likelihood and understand the power of our vote. The other thing that should not happen is that we get set up for the okie doke. If you're listening to media now, they're setting up Black folks to be blamed no matter what happens in the election cycle. And they're focusing on a manufactured gender war. Here's a setup. Black women, who by and large almost always vote, Black women and Black elders vote traditionally in every election, but Black women are to be celebrated for whatever gains the Democratic Party and institution and leaders make. Conversely, Black men are to be blamed for whatever losses there might be. And that is really underscored by the fact that there are a small number of political elite rappers whose friends have benefited from proximity to the 37-time convicted felon who's running for office again. Those folks' experiences are being wrapped up in sound bites from Black men who are furthest away from understanding how policies touch our lives in extremely intimate ways, often without our invitation or consent. But what our data finds is that we shouldn't be focused on this manufactured gender war. The biggest divide is generational. There's a 40-point percentage gap difference in the Gen Z support for the Democratic Party and administration, and it's less than a 10% difference with regard to gender. And so, listen, they go out here trying to distract us and divide us in ways that we should work woke and understand the power of community. I'm giving you just a taste, like this is the amuse-bouche of what you can find with regard to data if you visit nbjc.org/blackfacts. There's a whole study, all kind of data, disaggregated, oversampling of Black folks and an oversampling of Black, Liga Biga Tigga, LGBTQI Black folks as well. Also that you can cite this data and have more informed conversations as we work better to get closer to freedom. None of us are free unless and until all of us are free. I hope this data helps all of us get closer to freedom.